Our entire channel is built around the belief that street-legal cars are best enjoyed when they're pushed to their limits. So when we were invited up to talk to some of the racers at Team O'Neill's rally school, of course we said yes.
My name is Manu. I'm the frog in frog racing. I'm French-American, and I moved to the US about 10 years ago, and now I'm rallying, hill climbing, and doing all sorts of fun stuff with cars in the US. And so today we are here for the winter rally sprint with my co-driver Mike Willard. We were 2 weeks ago in Canada racing a big winter rally called Personnage. We just went off on the last stage, and so we are here today to rebuild confidence and pace in our confidence in our notes and some pace in the car. So conditions are very icy, but we hope to have a fun day.
Welcome to Driven Daily. My name is Erin Kelly, and I'm driving for the first time instead of co-driving. First one was great. We made it. No. Still just feeling the car out. I really technically haven't driven it. I'm always in the right seat instead, so driving it is a little different. Fun, playing with the e-brake, trying to get used to that down the hills.
Road conditions are pretty slick this morning. Lots of ice under a thin layer of snow, so as soon as the snow is going to be cleared up on the first pass, it's going to be mostly ice. So if you don't have studs and four-wheel drive, that's going to be really challenging. So the two-wheel drive guys with studs might make it, but without studs, it's going to be really slick to get the traction. There are some really steep uphill sections. We're only going uphill this morning, so it's keep the traction, keep the momentum, and slow down for the tricky corners, the off-camber, the small jumps, and you should make it to the finish.
Hi, I'm Dan. Welcome to Driven Daily. We're here at Team O'Neill doing a rally sprint for the SCCA. This is rally in the winter. What's cool about rally is you can do it in any car, like we were saying. It's really easy to get into it. People are super nice. It's always, the rally community is what we like to think is the best. You know, come out and volunteer, meet some people, learn how it works. You know, a lot of people might go out and spectate a rally and figure, oh, look at those cars, they probably have so much money into it, I couldn't afford that. But you know, slowly volunteering, learning things here, it's pretty easy to get into. And we always need volunteers for the rallies. You know, they're a big show that is put on, and volunteering helps tremendously.
We've been volunteers for over 3 years, helping out at New England Region SCCA events, coming out to all the local events.
And we're always looking for volunteers. You don't have to have any experience. You can just love cars, love the sound of it. We'll show you the ropes, and we'll show you how to do it, and just be prepared to be outside all day and have fun.
My duties here as a volunteer ham radio operator, communicating with 3 other hams. What I'm doing is announcing when each car leaves. That way, every other ham is documenting it on their paperwork with a sequence number and car number and checking it off when it goes by. So if one fails to go by, now maybe we can figure out where to look for it.
What's cool about rally cars too is they're all street legal. They're production cars with just some safety stuff. They have to have all their lights and this license plates inspected. They're normal cars. What I like to say is it's real cars on real roads, real fast. You know, these roads are public roads that are shut down, and then between the stages we have to transit on normal roads. So the cars have to be, you know, street legal, lights, normal cars. You know, they're not some crazy modified track car that's, you know, like an F1 car. It's not a production car. It's a car that you can go out and buy, that you could drive, that you might drive. That's why people like it. And the variety of cars out there is pretty awesome. You know, you have your typical Subarus. My car is a BMW 87 325 IS, rear-wheel drive. Most people think I'm driving an all-wheel drive car because they think Subaru, they think Rally, but you know, there's front-wheel drive cars, there's Subarus, there's Mitsubishis, there's everything, and they're all going on the same roads. You know, there's usually a two-wheel drive class and a four-wheel drive class, and turbo and non-turbo four-wheel drive class. I'm in the two-wheel drive small displacement class. It's a straight six, 2.5 liter rear-wheel drive. You see us sliding around, and you see even front-wheel drive cars sliding around out here. We like to slide everywhere on the ice. Modifications we do to rally cars. You could do a rally on a totally stock car on all-season tires in the summer, and you can finish. You just have to go very slow. It's like any racing. It's how fast do you want to spend. My car has some Bilstein HDs, some underbody protection, skid plate is pretty much a given, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty stock other than that. And then you can get into buying big $10,000 suspension. You can get into gravel tires, which most people have, bigger, better brakes, the typical stuff, but you can do it for not much on a very stock car, and you can do it for, $100,000 Subarus. It's pretty slippery out there. We didn't quite make the hill last time up, so we're probably going to DNF for the day, but we're going to keep going on the other stages. Rear-wheel drive on icy uphills, not so easy sometimes, but we rally on. That's rally. We race in any conditions. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Driven Daily. You can find me. My name's Dan on Downey Dirty Racing, and that's at Downey Dirty Racing on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you can find it. And thanks for coming out and check us out here at Team O'Neill Rally School to learn how to race in these conditions and what rally is all about. I want to thank the Driven Daily guys for coming out and seeing what rally is all about. We always are looking for more exposure. Our sport isn't always in the forefront. So I want to thank you guys for coming out and checking out rally with us.